in, let's call it dictatorships, to say how many people really support the dictator or the government. I mean, Assad always said he always said that he had 95% of the votes in Syria, and he argued that the people do support him. And I think it's a bit like this with the YPG, really. There have been local elections lately in the Jazeera, and those people who did not go to the ballots, and those people who did not take part in the elections, they did not get a special paper, which was a special document, but this document was necessary to get subsidized goods from the PYD. I think it was petrol you could only get when you had this specific paper, which you did only get when you participated in the election. And a lot of people told us, well, we do not want to take part in those elections because we do not want to give the YPG and the PYD and these administrations any legitimacy, but we have to, because we have families here, we have to somehow feed our families, we have to live here, we cannot flee the country, we simply don't have the money for that, so we do have to find a way to live here, so we go to the election, we participate in the election, but this doesn't mean that we really support the PYD. And maybe one additional sentence to the question why the Americans did support the YPG. I think it's correct what Siamen said, that they were the easiest solution. Huh? They were a large force which was willing to fight only the Islamic State. They were already in the Middle East. They didn't have to be flown in. So it was very easy to work with the YPG. But I think for the Americans, it was always clear that the YPG is only a temporary solution. They never had these crazy ideas that the YPG could be a democratic force or something like this. This was not the idea of the Americans. It was simply the most simple way in order to solve the problem the United States wanted to solve, and this was the Islamic State. And now, since the Islamic State is more or less defeated, well, the question is how far can you really defeat the Islamic State militarily, but Raqqa is freed, so it's quite clear that the Americans don't need the YPG that much anymore. And I really think that the process will go more towards the direction that the Americans will try to come closer again to Turkey and will not be that interested anymore in supporting the YPG indeed. Thank you.